This time's for you. Are you guys ready? Okay then, begin!
Let the match begin!
It's time to duel! Let's begin!
Venomots! Rule battle!
それでは第9回戦
この8000部
What up, dog? You're muted, Cam.
Cam, you're muted. You're muted.
Again. Say it again. Say it again.
There you go.
Say
Hey,
it again.
Cam, you were muted, bro.
You were muted.
Say it again. Thanks. Appreciate
Hey
it.
Kim, real quick. Hey,
Say
Kim.
I'm muted. Say it again. Say it again.
Hey
You're
Kim, real
muted. I
quick.
can't hear you.
Did you also know that you was muted?
Yeah.
I'll wait for the fucking messenger pigeon to
Yeah.
get here next time. Maybe I'll get there faster. But
Hey.
you know, it's the Blerd Cartel roundtables.
He was muted too.
Yeah.
And we was
That's what I
muted.
just said, you were muted.
AKA Mr. AKA. I'm
He gets
muted
it.
this stream. So what's up, everybody?
I'm just cooling, man. I'm trying to think of some people that people don't usually mention in the character development conversation. I'm trying to stick to anime today, too. So,
Yeah, I'm sticking to anime on this one, guys.
Mine's is actually gonna be a little. Y'all know, usually I use the cartoons and all that. I'm actually more on the TV shows this time.
Oh goodness.
I'm all over the map this time.
I have one anime character.
I got one
I got
cartoon
it.
character.
I got a five times anime characters for me.
Okay.
In this one. But this is
I'm going for a record today.
now, people. This is the definition of character development. Just putting it out there. The people watching and the people that are on this one right here. So, as long as we all know, this will come up sporadically throughout the show, or
Run that
as
back
much
for
as
me
it
one more
needs to.
time. Run it back for me one more
See?
time.
And for the people at home and the crate.
Okay,
People that want it great.
that was my general thought. So I'm glad I had the right.
I'm just putting it out there for people.
No,
But anyways,
probably going to pull it up a couple times.
it will. I said sporadically. It'll be up. The Blerd Cartel. Follow us on Facebook, IG, Twitter, and TikTok. Yeah, we got the Twitter finally. But all right. So I did want to start with honorable mention, a hot take.
Oh, the
Hey, you
honorable
might
mention?
think I'm wrong.
Oh, go ahead.
A little honorable mention. Look, I don't want to dwell on it too long. You say I'm wrong if you want, but I have some.
This nigga about to say Winnie the Pooh, bro.
Goat it. But you can follow our last episode of the cartoon draft. I will post the draft picks and all that later. But
Oh yeah.
Kirsten.
Amir, hop on the chat, bro. Hop in the chat.
he could just hop on the chat, but we appreciate being in the comments. I want to say, Yusuke, you're a message for character development.
Hey,
An honorable mention
I respect that.
my boy K.
I respect that.
for just being a punk kid in the beginning, being angry and likes to fight. The moment his character development triggered was when he fought Yomi. He blacked out and said he didn't know what he was fighting for anymore.
Yeah.
So you're saying it took him all the way until the end of the series to have character
He
development?
I
explained he was.
I don't think so,
He-
but yeah.
Nothing through.
I mean, he always.
Tournament,
No, he
none
always
of
had
the hero
he
stuff,
he always had feelings for Keiko. We already know that. So
nothing
that's
of
all
Genkai
underlying.
Yeah,
made him have a better person.
but think
Nothing
about-
of Genkai.
Think about
Genkai's
Think
development.
about how you treated Keiko in the beginning, and then how
Genkai's training was him to not be a half-ass and not be a slacker and use all your energy, all that stuff. We get that. And Pooh became Pooh because he wasn't a piece of shit. We know that. But the main point was he didn't know what he was fighting for anymore. He realized he thought he had to take the Toguro and the Sensui method of, am I just fighting for somebody to take my own life at this point? He didn't have the will to live at that point. He thought maybe I'm just fighting to kill myself at this point, like they did, or fighting a strong opponent to take my life. And then, you had to get the ancestral dad speech and the Genkai speech at the end of the day and all that other stuff. And he stopped fighting after that, per se.
Didn't Yusuke persona stay the same?
No.
I actually think his persona pretty drastically changed near the beginning of the show. Like we didn't get to see him a lot before the beginning of the show. We get a couple flashbacks and stuff, but like he was basically just fighting anybody for no fucking reason. Like back then, anybody that was like, "Oh, you want to throw hands?" He was like, "Yeah."
So Hollywood.
And then
it's good, bro.
And then he started shifting from that, and he started picking his battles a little more, and like just kind of ignoring people that really weren't worth his time. And that was a big change of pace for him. Like if you think about in the beginning when he like shot the teacher in the back of the head with the spirit gun, like that's fucking damn, son. You just shooting, you clapping teachers out here.
Where'd you
like,
find this shit at?
Yeah, I mean he had in the beginning he had 0 picks, and then he drastically grew on and grew on and grew on. But at that moment when he fought Yomi, to me, was his peak in character development, where he just be like, I don't know what I've been fighting for this whole entire time. It's finally hit him. It's just like, the fuck am I doing? I'm a lot. But that's just my hot take. That's my
me and Hollywood, we was talking earlier, and we brought up Yusuke actually. So that's a good pick. My honorable mention was Simba. You know what I mean? Because he the OG, the character development. Feel me?
Not Simba.
Yeah, so
I just can't wait to be king himself. Okay.
That's for the kid. The kids, they real early introduction into character development right there. There y'all go.
I know your dad died 20 minutes ago, but this rat and this pig gonna make you do a musical.
Hold on. That he was depressed when he was singing that shit.
I'm just saying. It's like
that's
they were like, he was like, yeah, my family just died and I was banished out of my homeland. They were like, yeah, don't worry about that, dog. Just
do this fucking musical.
That's
like,
right.
Shit.
Let's get over it. You know what I mean? Then came back, fought. You know what I mean? He went from I want to be king to, you know what I mean? I don't want nothing to do with that, to like I'm chilling, I'm on my own, just me and my bros. And then, you know what I mean? It went to, all right, I do got to protect something. I do got a legacy. I do got, you know what I mean, responsibilities. You know what I mean? And he stepped up, you know what I mean? He had a whole little family of himself. Like, you know what I mean? My boy Simba, y'all shout him out.
I guess I'll give an honorable mention. Shout outs to my guy Boruto. Because Boruto is extremely different right now than the first episode.
God.
The first episode of Boruto, this guy was insufferable, like an asshole for no reason. He didn't understand anything. He didn't understand the purpose of his dad being Hokage. He didn't understand why he should give a damn about being a ninja. He didn't understand the role of Konoha. Like, he was mean to everybody, just disrespectful. Like, he was acting like he was an orphan. But
yeah, he was a piece of shit.
Yeah, and like to where he is now, he's a very responsible young adult, and like he takes things in like on himself, and he's like definitely is using his brain for good now instead of just doing hood rat shit with his friends.
No hood rat stuff.
That's a solid choice. I like that. All you anime only niggas can agree to that too.
Your words.
Monterey, you got an honorable mention, or Craig got honorable mention, or we get into this list?
I'm gonna get to the. I ain't really worried about honorable mentions because I'm deciding on this list. My list, I'm ready. I'm gonna let I have honorable mentions.
Shout out Dante. Shout out everybody watching. You know what I'm saying? So
let's get into it.
Let's start at 5.
All right then.
Well, no, I don't mind.
I'll put this up one more time. This is what it means.
Okay.
So
I have no problem going off my number 5 because I know they all known. I ain't worried about this. It's the only one that might be
often
lesser known. But Ataizuku, you gonna respect this. My number
that's-
5 is
a big
the
one.
only anime person is from a shonen anime called Eureka 7, and it is Holland Novak, who is the leader of what was known as a group called Gecko State. In there, Holland, over the course of the entire anime, had to deal with the main character of the show being the little brother of his ex-girlfriend that left him. His current girlfriend basically is ignoring her and whoring her out over the course of the half of the show, as well as trying to save the world with another person, only to come to find out you ain't the chosen one. The chosen one is the person you literally the most on the entire ship. And the fact that the girl you've been slutting out also is not pregnant with your child. So first, you got to step up and be an actual father. Then you have to actually accept the fact that she loves you. Get over your military past. Get over the hatred of the kid that has nothing to do with the fact that his older sister left you for reasons. And then also, help kids, grow up and save the world. You got to do all of that.
Yeah.
Oh, then, the main antagonist of the show is also your older brother.
Yeah, like you thought you were the main character, and then you're like, oh damn, I'm a tertiary character. I'm not even secondary. Like my job is just to help this guy. Oh damn, that's
a lot to unpack.
That's hard on the yard right there.
Have to go through it, and ex-military specialist, always living in the shadow of the older brother. Older brother ends up going evil and say, oh dang, I got to deal with him. Deal with the main antagonist. Help the main protagonist, and then I hate the main protagonist too.
It sounds like some power in your shit.
It's a lot. It ain't no power, but like my boy, he does his best. He does his best. Is all I can say. He makes it work, but man, he has to grow. By the end of the show, Holland has done a very good job considering the circumstance that he had to put on his back. He does his work, so I give him props.
I'd highly recommend that show to anyone that's not seen Eureka 7. Just off the animation and the dialogue. The dialogue is very realistic and natural feeling, which is super different from a lot of shows. So the emotions are real there.
I love that show. Love it.
All right, so we got a solid pick. Craig, you got a 5?
Skip me for right now. I got it, but he said it. He said it in his honorable mention, and now I want to change it.
You can expand upon it. Zell Nobel, you have a 5 for us.
Anime. I knew it.
I told y'all my shit's not anime. I'm all over the place. So I got my boy Walter White. You feel me? Walter White started as a little old head teacher. You know what I mean? Scrambling around in his drawers to Kingpin, man. Like the turned into the one who knocks. Like you feel me? Like running organizations and just becoming a villain. Pretty much started out just trying to do something for his family before he died of cancer, and then ended up being the thing that tore his family apart. Ended up hurting everyone around him. Ended up not dying from cancer, but getting caught up in some violence. Yeah, my boy Walter White deserve a spot up there, man.
Easy for Breaking Bad.
And don't forget, he had to raise Malcolm and Reese and Dewey. Like my guy started from the bottom, bro.
That's a variant.
Yeah.
Yeah, going with my boy Walter White, man.
I'll go with 5 while Craig is thinking, and so I'm gonna go with Tsukishima from Haiku. So basically, from season 1 to season 3, you were just a dickhead, just like the whole time, waste of height, just doing volleyball just to do it, not even calling it a volleyball club, just calling it a club, not embracing anybody, just being a dickhead the whole time. Then everybody goes in the training arc pretty much, and they're gonna tell him like, listen, once you get that one block, you're gonna love volleyball and all that good shit. So, he gets his whole episode to himself, and then it's called obviously the one block, and then gets the block. The block was cool. But everything afterwards, he gets the block, his hands bleeding, all that other shit, all bandaged up from taking all these fucking spikes from the opposing team's ace. He gets the block, wins the set. Gets the team together. He loves volleyball at that point. So he actually grows as a character. It took 3 seasons, but it finally got the payoff it deserved. to where he can grow and like volleyball, not be in the shadow of his brother, and be a respectable person on the team next to everybody else and be a part of the family, all that good stuff. So Haiku probably the best sports anime. Well, I can't say that because Ippo is a thing. Ippo is a thing. So I don't know. It might be 1A, 1B for that. It passed Kurosuno basketball for me, but it's a strong second.
What about
I need a remaster.
21?
iShield's too old. I can't.
Oh.
iShield just looks nasty. I can't do it. iShield got a remaster, then it might be up there. iShield is super nasty to watch. I can't do it. It got them 480p YouTube back in 2000 vibes. I just couldn't watch it.
You see the pixels in it. I feel you.
Oh, this is how bad it looked. But Tsukishima I want to use some different characters in anime, so that's definitely one right there. Definitely good payoff from season 1 to season 3.
All right. My number 5. Well, are you ready, Craig?
No, I can go after you, but yeah,
okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I got mine though. Go ahead.
My number 5 is Yusuke Jr., aka the Strawberry Pimp Ichigo Kurosaki. Let me talk about this man real quick.
Oh my gosh.
Let me talk about this man.
The Strawberry Pimp. What does he mean? Go ahead.
My man Ichigo, he starts out here. He's just a thug. He's a run-of-the-mill thug. Okay, he's fighting dudes all day because his hair's orange. They're coming to scrap him. They're saying you dye your hair. That's why the series is called Bleach. You know what I'm saying? Because of this right here, scrapping niggas. And then as soon as the first chance first of all, he can see ghosts and shit. So he's just like helping ghosts every now and again, and then fighting live niggas. Okay. And then he learns about the soul detectives, whatever. I can't think of that shit right now. Soul
detective.
Yeah.
I need that crossover.
Yeah, for real. He learns about them and he starts helping these guys out. And then he puts his life on the line continually for people he barely knows. But somewhere in the middle of the series, he breaks down and he's like, I'm too weak. What am I doing? What am I doing here? Hey, man. You want to talk too much, bro. You're not on the show.
You getting a challenge.
But anyway.
Challenge!
I'm hearing
people out.
But anyway.
I'm hearing people out.
So my guy.
That's like that Tekken shit.
So my guy, in the beginning, he's used to being the strongest guy. Then in the middle, he becomes one of the weakest. And he loses his powers, and all the people that he sacrificed everything to protect become his protector. And he's fighting himself for like 50 chapters, trying to figure out his new place in the world as the weakest amongst his group before he comes into his powers. He literally has to fight 2 versions of himself inside himself throughout the entire series to come into fruition of who he is at the end, when he admits that he has feelings for Orihime and grows enough to have a whole family. Like, this guy, for his whole life, he thought he killed his mom. Like, he thought that was his fault. And he had to come to terms with that reality. And he didn't even get to exact his revenge. Like, it's a tough road for my man.
Yusuke Jr., I guess that'll be Shinra the second.
All right. So hard pick. So this is my even though I did this shit a couple of hours, like an hour or so ago, there was some serious character development I had to go over because I have a lot of fandom that I love. So I'm gonna start off as a Marvel fan with Bucky Barnes, Winter Soldier. I feel like the reason why his character development was so amazing. Can y'all hear me?
Are we doing movie or is it comics or is it just?
I'm talking about movie. I'm talking about
movie.
Okay. Yeah. So the movie version of the MCU. He starts off. Nobody, really remembers this, but Bucky really starts off as an older big bro to Captain America. You know what I mean? He didn't start off as everybody knows him in the comics as the little kid who followed Captain America around or who idolized him. It was really the other way around. Captain America idolized Bucky Barnes. He looked out for him. He was big bro. Come to find out, then he gets he was told that not that he was told, but Captain America thought he was dead to now be manipulated into to a villain and killing people as the Winter Soldier and taking on this alias where he's an enemy to his best friend from being brainwashed and, killing Iron Man's parents, to then making a whole redemption arc of coming back to his senses and trying to redeem himself from who he used to be, but even as being brainwashed because he's been doing these things for so long, it's second nature to him. So it's like he's having a personality disorder where he has to separate separate the Winter Soldier from Bucky Barnes, and still go into alignment what Captain America stood for. So he goes from this murderous person to this humble, character going into Wakanda, finding himself. That's how I'm
The
starting.
White Wolf.
The White Wolf. So yeah.
All right. I have no.
think
I
it's a
have
fine
no.
pick.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick for 5. I like the number where he's at. I like the pick. All right. So everybody's humble in their picks right now, and then it's gonna get nasty when it gets to 1. So fair enough. I can understand. So anybody want to go 4?
Yeah, right here. I gotta go ahead and get him in before anyone else says it. I don't even know if anyone else is gonna say it, but I just gotta toss out my boy Deku, young Midoriya right now. Okay.
Ah man, took my 4th.
Yeah.
Actually took my
Midoriya,
3rd,
bro.
but
Oh my goodness, who is this guy? Episode 1 to where we are now. Who is this man? Are we serious? This guy, he is still idealistic. Okay. He is still happy. Who is this man? Who is this monster? Like,
everybody love going to this one picture, ignoring what he is now.
Bro.
Oh my god, 5. You want the other
one
one?
picture, bro.
I just like how Logan is his own hype man. That's that's what I love, bro. Who is this
You
man?
want the other ones? I got other ones.
The one.
Okay, can we talk about?
Ray, they got you on that.
This, my guy.
The 3 pictures of the same picture.
my guy.
Oh my god.
My guy has been throwing
We can't
away
win.
his life for nothing. This whole series, he's endangering himself constantly. Okay, when he's going through battles, his character development is that he's getting stronger, and so his resolve is just getting stronger. He's got the same notions, the same ideals, but he's just going at it harder and harder. He's slamming into that wall over and over again until he breaks through, and he continually breaks through. That right there is a different guy. He's a different guy, a whole different nigga. He went into a building, they blew it up on him. He walked out of that shit like, okay, and what are we doing next? Like, my guy, they had to send heroes to capture him because that's how bloodthirsty my nigga was. My dude was out there hunting motherfuckers down. It was a world full of villains, barely any heroes left, and he was a one-man army against villains.
That's probably the best arc in the
Ridiculous.
whole right there. I'm sorry for you anime only niggas.
Yeah, y'all spoiled that John for me. I'm not gonna read that shit no more.
Oh no!
Bakugo is a better choice, but I'm.
Oh, hold on. Before you say that, Monray, I've been going through it in my head. I was gonna pick Bakugo or Deku this one, but a lot of people had character development show Todoroki, which the interwebs always pick Todoroki. Fuck that. I don't really care. Endeavor has a better character development than Todoroki, but that's neither here nor there. Pops has a better character development, so it's either Deku or Bakugo. And Bakugo from the beginning was a dickhead and all that other stuff, but he always remained true to himself, true to a hero, true to want to be All Might. So the whole kidnapping, trying to make him a hero, he wasn't going to flip. He knew he wasn't going to flip from the beginning. He knew about Deku's similarities to All Might and all that other shit. Then, he didn't get character development until really he apologized to Deku. So yeah, I was a dickhead. I'm sorry. And then that's it. Bakugo is my favorite character. But realistically, he only had that one moment where he apologized and said, all right, I was a dickhead. I'm sorry. And I don't know if it's really sincere or it's just to get Deku back to being with the heroes again instead of going out and being fucking the Red Hood on some shit.
Until this nigga changes his hero name, I do not believe him.
It's goated. Dynamite, too
no,
good,
bro. Until he
Dynamite's goated.
His name is not Dynamite. It's Explosion Murder God Dynamite.
I went through with the short version, but the only reason I didn't pick Bakugo was that he could have apologized just to get Deku back on the side of the heroes. Now Deku, on the other hand, couldn't get right, no quirk whatsoever. Still had the instincts of a hero. And we saw that in the first episode when he saved Bakugo. Got him in front of a little slug monster nonsense, but whatever. Just threw a book bag at him. Always had the instincts to be a hero with this, being a tactician and all that stuff. Got all for one, or one for all, whatever. You know what I mean. But trained out that, busted his body up. I went through all the arcs of Shigaraki and all that other shit. But he didn't go into full bloom until when Shigaraki was on one, and then he started fighting him. And then this nigga turned into Batman at the end of the fucking manga and just went out and just be a vigilante. He fucking folded Muscular, one shot at him, fought that fucking sniper bitch. He was on another level.
He was hitting her with shadow clone jutsu, bro. She didn't know what to do.
He was on another fucking level with all that. And then he had to fight his friends. You know, he trying to get out of my way. He trying to remove all his feelings as a person, and he just wanted to consume all the responsibilities of being a hero to himself. So nobody else would get hurt or anything. Like, he could do it himself. So that's why I gave it to Deku, my personal choice for that. But, you know, Bakugo is still the GOAT.
Real quick, y'all catch that parallel to Stain there? As his outfit changed into that form, he became like the hero version of Stain.
Yes.
Like how he's like so obsessed with all this, like his ideals and everything. His suit even looks a lot like Stain in that form. Very cool parallel.
Yeah, he looked real ragged, real just like the artwork was just amazing for him throughout that arc. It was just like he was on some Batman. Just no, I don't give a fuck. I'm kicking a nigga through a fucking phone booth type shit.
You on that stuff.
But yeah, my fourth got taken to death. Who has a 4?
I don't mind going for number 4. It might be a little contentious that I have him on 4 because people might hear me like, oh, because I'm not going to fight versus Bakugo. But because I got some sauce up there, don't worry. My number 4, because I like to go down the video game spectrum, is Kratos from God of War. Is my number 4, which I would have to say with the recent addition of the PS4 version of God of War, I don't think it can even be debated how much development Kratos has had from the beginning of God of War 1 to where he is now. He literally has looked at himself in the mirror multiple times throughout his journey and not recognized himself. It's crazy how much development he's had to where he's had to accept his family, being taken from him before he realized he did it himself, get revenge on the guys, then take that into a whole killing spree before finally looking at himself and realizing how much of a monster he had actually become. And then decided to change from that monster, had a child, and did his best to show that child that rage is not going to be the way. You are not going to be the embodiment of my sins from the past 7-8 games. And the journey throughout that, accepting what he's done, even to the point of having to re-accept those blades that he had buried because they had so much blood and torment attached to them, coming all the way up until now, just being a completely different person. It's a wonderful journey to watch. And I can't wait till this year to be able to finish that journey, however it ends. But Kratos, you get my nod for number 4.
Yeah, man. One time in God of War 3, there's a puzzle where there's like a lady that's like begging for help because she's a slave in Atlantis, and Kratos takes her and stuffs her into some gears so they stop so he can walk through the door. And I'm just like, I think about that moment and how Kratos in God of War 4 would never ever do that. Like he would just he would not take an innocent lady and shove her into some mechanisms.
He did so many things. He would he wouldn't rip off the wings off of freaking Icarus. He would whip his rings off. He probably wouldn't chop off the legs of another guy. He wouldn't snap Hera's neck when she was just sitting there talking smack to him. It's a lot of stuff he probably wouldn't do again. Oh my gosh.
He was on real nigga time.
Yeah, he was on demon time.
Him? Whew.
Can you imagine Kratos with a Kusashi mask just going around just doing shit? Yeah. Craig, you got a 4.
I do. I don't know if she should be number 4 or number 3, but I'm going with Carol from The Walking Dead. I don't know how many fans or whoever watches the show,
Which
but
one,
this
Carol?
Carol is the old woman, the one who ends up messing.
Yeah, she was. That's the one.
So to stare at the flowers or look at the flowers, whatever that shit is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, yeah. So Carol is one of the only reasons why I kept watching The Walking Dead, because her character development literally kept me glued to the show. From the beginning that we get introduced to this woman, she is a feeble, no backbone, getting abused by her husband. She only knows to be under a man type of woman. She's just weak. From time on we get into the show, she becomes a pillar to the group, like the number one killer to. Definitely has better development for sure. Who's that? Paparoki? Who's that?
It's from My Hero.
Oh, okay, yeah. So to talk about her, yeah. So she becomes, so much of a killer that one of my favorite characters in the show, Morgan, who it literally says all the time, I have to clear. All he knows is to kill and death. He, the main dude who's known to kill people and be off his rockers, had to calm Carol down, like, yo, you ain't gotta be like that. You know what I mean? Like, like, yo, chill out. To the point she even fights him and almost takes him out. Like, she becomes not only a number one like killer to where her morality changes, and she has all the backbone and power that she has to then getting kicked out the group for where she couldn't even hurt a fly or defend herself against her husband, to now she's willing to kill children. She's willing to kill her best friends. She's willing to kill whoever she needs to for survival and to protect others. And she makes the hard decisions that nobody else is able to. That's what makes her character development so amazing. Then she gets kicked out the group for killing some people that she wasn't okay to kill, to the point where she wants to die. She finds her will to fight again, starts caring about people trying to fight for their lives and saying, yo, we're just in this cycle of killing each other, to then being a mother of a whole community and teaching them how to love versus kill the way that she was doing, but yet still protect yourself. So the woman in this new society of where it's like, no government, basically finds her voice and finds her power and doesn't have to follow behind a man in order to stick out as a person and protect herself. And I just think that that's cool, because in society, they lean on the men to be able to do those things. And in this new society, she's like, I'm all these things in duality. Like, I can protect myself, I can hunt, I can kill, I can shoot, I can do everything I can, and I am a leader. You know what I mean? You should follow me, not the other way around. Versus that's what she had to do in the beginning when she was with her husband.
I'm glad you picked her where Rick that turned into fucking.
Oh yeah, Rick's actual character development was kind of ass, to be honest with you.
Rick turned into Beanie. Rick in season 4 turned into Beanie Siegel. So I mean, it's get down or lay down.
Facts. And if you lay down, you stay down.
Zell, you round out 4 for us. Who you got
for number 4?
Yeah.
Number 4, I'm gonna go with the duality of Gon and Miriam for my character development. Pretty well written. Gon went crazy. Miriam found sanity and like humanity. Like, It's pretty dope what they did in that final arc.
I thought we was going to get Killua, but
no.
No, actually, Killua does have good character development. That's
have
actually really true.
Here we go.
That's
Here we
true.
go.
I'm not gonna say
Here we go.
It's
He's a
true.
little bit-
How does he not?
Here we go.
How does he
Killua's
not?
character, because his character development takes place in like one
Off
episode.
screen.
One episode. Hey, you're the same age as me. Let's
We're
play.
friends now.
Okay.
I'm not assassin anymore.
That's
Like,
not well it was.
What?
What about his dynamic?
He does have some, especially considering his
Where?
brother, of course, his
That's
brother, his
exactly. That's
family.
where I was about to go.
He does
Yeah.
have some.
What do you mean by that?
Like he does because like he ends up like mostly hating his family or really not trying to accept his assassin background towards the beginning of the show, which is why he doesn't even mention it up until Gon actually rescues him, quote unquote. And he's all kind of accepted a little bit. Then when he realizes his brother sort of like puck a needle in his brain, all that kind of stuff, he accepts more or less the background. Then his relationship towards Gon, the same way the dynamic happens with Gon and Meruem, Killua also gets affected by that because Gon's change affects him because he's never seen Gon embrace that side of humanity. And so it affects him a little bit the same way. But it's not as much as some of these other people.
But what I'm saying is he gets tortured, all that other stuff. He's known to just be an assassin, kill first, all that other shit. Literally goes to the hunter exam and is just like, what? You're the same age as me? Let's be friends. And then that's it. That's it. He just throws all that shit away and then just like, that's it.
Everything I mentioned ain't even in those episodes. Of course, when
Yeah,
they
but
first
like-
because it took one fucking episode, and it's just like, hey, you're my friend now. We're doing everything you want to do.
They can't
most
be
of
friends.
those-
What I'm saying is,
developed though.
no, it's just like everything you want to do, we're gonna do what you want to do, and then that's cool, and then that's it.
That's
Pretty
not even
much.
true either. He doesn't follow Gon.
How's it not?
What are you
Gon
talking
wants to
about?
do
How many
this.
times-
Hey, let's go to Hunter Arena and gain money and do all this other stuff. Yeah, sure.
I'm not
Let's
gonna
do
cap
that.
like he don't. He do.
Nah, we gonna talk about how.
When he got to go get ready.
Hey, let's go in this fucking Super Nintendo and find my dad. Yeah, sure. Let's do that. And then it's just what? There's 2 seasons where it's just like, yeah, let's go.
Like,
It didn't happen. It didn't happen.
I just wanna
Gon
say-
started out as like a bright light, right? And then that shit got taken from him, yo. Like that shit
It
crazy.
went
He never
Facts.
going to have like that trauma, bro. That's crazy. Like what that did to that boy. Like that shit was crazy. And it's like it was like the opposite for Miriam, bro. Like, how do you reverse trauma? Like, you know what I mean? Like that shit crazy. Like this.
You talking about Gong turn into a super gremlin, and then Killer was just like, oh my god.
Like,
why are you doing this?
I mean, yeah. Like, look how they kind of split up, and then Miriam like kind of found a friend. Like, you know what I mean? Like, bro, that character development situation was fire. I'm real surprised.
Yeah, them two, not Killua, because it was there in established in
I
season
said
1.
Killua
It's like,
wasn't as strong as the other ones. I said that.
Nah, I'm just saying. Well, like I see a lot of people hating on the Chimera Ant arc, but honestly, bro, for that, like that story of them two crossing paths like that shit. What more people
once the ants got the guns, it's like, yo, I got this gat. I turned it off. I'm out of here.
It's fine. You know, I am one of the people that don't like
this. Miriam started off killing kids, nigga. Like he was killing babies. Like,
yeah, that's fine. And then when the ants got
cool.
when the ants got the guns, yo, we got these
rocket motherfuckers.
Yeah. Y'all take it out of context, but
those two character dynamics, everything is wonderful.
Yo, he was killing kids, yo. Yeah, that's fine. But y'all took it. Yeah, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Y'all took that out of context. I deserve.
What do you mean by that?
I don't take it out of context. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
Anyway, for we got for number 3.
I had to get that off my chest.
We went all around with Force.
Yeah, you took my 4, so
I
I can go with 3 if it needs
I'm
to
gonna
be.
toss
Can
my
I give
girl
Cam
out.
a 4 or no? All right. Good.
Yeah, I'm gonna toss my girl out. Fuko from Undead Unluck. I don't know if anyone here is following that, but the first issue of Undead Unluck, she's suicidal. She's never been able to form a genuine bond with anyone because if she touches them, they get cursed instantly. So, like, if she touches you, you might get hit by a car, an asteroid might fall on you, you might explode. Any kind of thing can happen to you if she touches you. But at this point in the series, she's been able to form several genuine bonds with people. They found a way that she can actually touch people without killing them. She's awakening other people's emotions by awakening her own emotions because she was like an emotional person, but it was more like depression. But now she's becoming like a fuller, more robust person. She had to figure out a way to become a combatant because that was never part of her life before. Now she carried that strap on her. She went into
I got that thing on me.
Yeah, she went into her partner's past and lived through multiple lifetimes with him in the past to see how he developed as a person and come to understand him better in the real world. And then when she actually comes to the real world, they have like an unbreakable bond. Like they basically have telepathy. They're like in each other's thoughts and minds and hearts. And she's just developed into a very full character from where she was, which is like she was almost like a backpack before, you know. It's like she's just here and she's like got a cool power that you can use, but now she's like the show.
Okay. What's the name of that manga?
Undead Unluck.
You check that out. Other Jones I put on my list.
I just put that on my list too.
Still on the Viz list.
Sharing of the knowledge.
Who got number 3? I mean, I can go if y'all need me to go.
You can go ahead. I mean, but I got one. As soon as whenever you're ready.
You begging?
My 3 is I got a 3. Noel Silva for my number 3.
I'm not mad at it.
My girl.
Great character development. Royal family, just being stuck up and being above everybody else, even though she's on the Black Bulls, because
my favorite girl.
She lacks control over her magic. She can produce magic, but she lacks control over her magic. Throughout the series, she just feels like she's above everybody else. She's better than everybody else because of her royal background, just being a Silvas. Everybody, especially just like, and then you realize all her siblings treated like a piece of shit because of her oldest brother, and then we realized later on why he did that. He downplayed her, didn't want her to learn magic and control her magic because she, spoiler alert for anime only, didn't want her in the battlefield because she's the youngest. Mom had her, and then she died from the curse of what she was put upon. So he looked at her like the oldest brother looked at her as like more similarity to her mom. So he wanted to keep her protected and didn't want her in the battlefield. So she always downplayed her. And then all the other siblings took place of that and didn't know the real reason. They just did it just to do it. So all throughout the series, she learned new spells, controlled her magic better, trained, got better. And it took a while, but you know, she got her little Valkyrie form.
Fire.
Just like her,
beautiful.
Fire.
Just like her mom did, and actually avenged her mom's killer when she fought one of the devils for the what's that shit? What kingdom is that? Spade Kingdom, one of the Spade devils. So she actually grew up, got mature, got a Valkyrie form, and going all out and being, you know, actually a good supporting member of the Black Bulls. Love Asta. I don't know where that's going with that, but they didn't really explain it in the manga yet.
That's not going anywhere. It's Sister Lily.
It's Sister Lily or Sister Lily or bust. So I don't know. If Asta goes with Noel, maybe, I don't know. But it's for right now, Sister Lily a bust. But I like her personality and just like this uncovering of the layers that she did have in her personality, and avenging her mom's killer with the help of other teammates, Team Solar or anything like that. But definitely a solid choice of that, and the Valkyrie armor is fucking fire. And yeah, that's my number 3. Right, Noelle Silva.
I love it. Love it. That's my girl. I'm with it. Well.
Who's next?
I guess
anybody's next.
I'll go ahead and throw out the young number 3. This is my other video game pick. Everybody will have to go down me on a little trip.
I love that this fuck nigga is not, but he could be in top 2. So I'm not going to.
But no, go down this trip down Kingdom Hearts, and I'm gonna give it to my boy Riku from Kingdom Hearts.
I was waiting for Riku actually.
I gotta give it to Riku from Kingdom Hearts.
Riku finally gets some love.
I'm gonna represent for my boy, Mr. Find His Way in the Darkness himself. Go from Kingdom Hearts 1. He becomes an antagonist after starting out being friends with my boy. Look cocky. We got it. Then all of a sudden, Keyblades, Maleficent, darkness everywhere. He gets a little jealous. Sora find new friends. I don't need no friends. Then I just need this power. He gets more power. Then gets possessed. Then have to fight his friend while being possessed. And it's like, okay, I'll sacrifice you for the better good. Stay in the war of the darkness. Realize the darkness in his own heart. Accept all that. Then try to turn around and help Sora again, only to become the very darkness that he had to accept. Literally in the likeness of the person that took him over in the first place. Crap is crazy. Then comes through all that, gets his form back, and then ends up helping Sora throughout the next 4 games, because we're not going to go into that plot, because that plot is convoluted as a mofo. So we're not going to go into that plot. But either way,
anybody jump in there. We're not talking about Sasuke. We're talking about Riku.
Yes, Riku, he comes through a lot over the first 3 games, man, to go from a good person to becoming an evil dude, getting taken over by an evil dude, then got to become evil dude even when you good. He goes through it, man. So I give my boy Riku. He gets all the love, and he comes better mature, even though he had to use the car key in Kingdom Hearts 3. We're not going to talk about that.
Car key.
Goddamn Mitsubishi car key Keyblade, man. I'm still not forgiving him for that bullshit.
On that note of Kingdom Hearts, honorable mention real quick for character development, Xehanort, because who the fuck is this guy? What the hell is going on?
Who the fuck is this?
Oh man, I don't even want to talk about this. There's 15 versions of this motherfucker.
Real quick though, Sanctuary or Simply Clean? I just
Simple and Clean. What you mean?
I'm just asking a question.
No. And I don't care if anybody watching. Sanctuary is the worst song out of all of them.
Whoa, hey, yo.
Simple and Clean is always best one.
Are we going Simple and Clean or Sanctuary in this one?
I'm going Sanctuary Remix. I got it. Sanctuary Remix.
He went the dubstep. No.
The one in Kingdom Hearts 2.
The one with French Montana
in the beginning.
French Montana.
I'm done.
Sanctuary is
that was drawing.
It's always been simple.
The French Montana on the simple on the Sanctuary remix.
Fire,
What?
Watch y'all
when I was 15 and depressed, I was like, my sanctuary.
I mean, I can respect it. I will
bro.
listen to it, but.
And you and I, there's a new.
My bad. That's my shit.
Now I start.
I'm going Simple and Clean.
It's Simple and Clean though. That's the correct answer.
That commercial was something else.
That commercial got me into the series. I remember it.
Yeah. I remember that commercial came out, and I didn't get to play Kingdom Hearts until 2013 or something. But that commercial was stuck in my brain for all that time, and I finally got it, and I was like, "It's this thing."
Yes.
Simple and Clean was fucking wild.
Wait, so no love for Pink Blood for real though.
I don't know.
That's not.
There you go.
Simple. That's not Kingdom Hearts.
Simple and Clean. That's all I know.
I guess we're not music lovers over here.
What it sound like tomorrow?
What it sound like
PM.
Thursday, 7:00.
Nice segue.
Yes, sir. Yeah, they're
Standard time.
Eastern Standard Time. Craig, you have a pick?
Yep.
Shout out to BMT Business Minded Talk. We need you on one of these shows. We gotta pick a show. One of the shows.
No, the BMT don't rock with us, bro. Come on, man.
Yes, he do.
So,
yes, he do.
In my opinion, the better version of Mr. St. Patrick from Power. I got Franklin from Snowfall for my number 3. And the reason why I say that is because unlike Mr. St. Patrick, who is goated, we not gonna sit here and put dirt on his name. I said better because I like his character development better. I don't actually fuck with Ghost's character development. If y'all say he got character development, but I doubt it. So for me, I'm definitely going with Franklin because this man is a dropout college kid who ends up turning his block to a business and he literally he diagnosed a drug that was being used and being sold on a level that literally was supporting a whole country. And he was able to diagnose that to a street level to make more money than the CIA agent was doing by himself. The creativity on this man, from this man to be so much of a
we got Walter White character development.
No, all right, go ahead. He didn't, but all right.
He did. Oh, he definitely did make more than what's bro's name? I think it starts with an R. Or what's the agent's name? Y'all know his name?
You talking Theodore?
Is that's terrible if that's his name.
Teddy?
Teddy, yeah,
that's
Teddy.
His
That's
name.
how I know. That's fucking terrible. But yeah, wow. Teddy literally leaned.
He lucked up on it. He lucked up on it. We're not doing this. He lucked up on it.
He did not. No, because literally he was doing fine with just a mafia dude by himself. He
wasn't, but
he only got it on a grander scale once he was fucking with the agent, and what he had was protection. Is what that was.
All right.
Yeah, okay. That's what that was. That had nothing to
I mean, you're wrong, but
he had protection and he had guidance. That had
you're wrong, but I let it rock.
Okay, that's fine. So past that, he ends up becoming a mogul. He's able to put all his friends and all his families in alignment. In what you say that even put them in position. And make them be able to make money for themselves and make them start businesses as well. And this man was so much of a pushover. Bro was getting whooped on by women. Bro was literally getting shot by his ex-girlfriend. His best friends was always challenging his position. Now, fast forward into this new season, he ain't letting no bitch run game on him. He killed his ex. You know what I'm saying? Put his old bitch in check. This man got his family straight. You know what I mean? Like, of course, the other ones are doing their own thing. But as far as him as an individual and how he runs his business and how he's able to oversee everything and be the head figure and going from this kid who he leaned on everybody else that I'm talking about. He leaned on Leon. Because he didn't fight, because bruh was getting beat. Even when he went down in jail, bruh got beat up and got his shoes took. He leaned on Leon to take those lumps from him. He leaned on his uncle for the street credibility. He leaned on his auntie because she had all the street smarts. He leaned on his mom because she knew the business. Now this man is the head figure. He oversees all that, and they lean on him. That's great character development.
Because
he was a connection to the CIA.
No, it's not. You're leaving this big part of it.
What's the big butt? What's the big butt?
He learned how to cook crack, and then
I said that earlier. I said he diagnosed the biggest drug. That was the first intro that I said. He diagnosed the biggest drug that was literally supporting a whole country, and he put it down to a street level.
Right, but he didn't. I mean,
that's what I said.
Okay, you just wanted to use. You want to overextend.
He talked to them. They don't need him.
He got lucky. He got lucky and got told how to make it.
He didn't bro. He literally traveled to Oakland. Shout out to the town because y'all know that's where I'm from. He literally went to Oakland. Literally went to Oakland to learn it from one of the OGs, bro.
He got lucky, but he went to the park and got lucky because he was supposed to meet the boy at the club, but everybody was drawing. And then he went to the park and got lucky and went down and learned it from I guess I think it was luck.
He literally said, "I I will front you this drug right now.
But that wasn't originally he was supposed to
just
eat.
for you
But
to
it's
teach
fine.
me the
It's
game,
fine.
bro. And then they took him up on that offer. You can't tell me that's
got
luck.
lucky.
That's just him being a good businessman.
Raekwon told him how to make chef the pot, and he got lucky. But it happened nonetheless.
All right.
Where we at? Zell, did you have your 3?
Well, number 3 is Anakin Skywalker.
That's great.
I thought about him too.
Started out as a young boy with stars in his eyes. Stars
in his eyes.
He was destined.
That's one way to put it.
He was destined to be, you know what I mean, the balance. And I mean, so he already had a lot of chips stacked against him because, you know, he had to kill all the Jedi to bring balance back to the universe. So that was already but he got swooped up by the Jedi.
When he declared war, Jedi had some chips back.
You were the chosen one.
He had to
you were my brother.
When you declare war,
you had to kill him. You had to kill them all. That's fate at that point. So yeah, he was trying to stay good, trying to make good decisions, but there was just something in him. The devil was in him. He wanted some cheats out of nowhere. He started as just big sis, then he wanted the buns. Then he just, you know, trying to be with the council, and then he's kind of turning his back on the council. You know what I mean? Getting married in secret, even though
that nigga was like, "You killed Padme." That nigga was like, "Huh?"
Yeah, man.
Obi-Wan was like, "Huh? What you talking about?"
You know what I mean? He lost his mom. He went to go get her back. Ended up slaughtering a bunch of, you know what I mean, young bulls. Then
get it back in blood.
Then he wanted to bring his mom's back and ended up slaughtering a bunch of young bulls again. Like it was just crazy. It was
man. Your man Tony was supposed to get it back in blood, but he was a bitch. But that's neither or there.
Yeah, so my man's he was.
You are my friend.
Yeah, he was. Look, Obi-Wan tried to get him back, but look, he went from trying to get all this power to heal his mom and everything, and then he wanted to heal his girl to just losing his way and just being like stuck in like a cycle of hate and just like anger and just like doing whatever the Emperor telling him to do just because he don't even know what to do no more. And then
that nigga turned to Obito.
Yeah, man. But then he came back around the end. You know what I mean? First he was trying to bring his son to the hate and the fear and the anger with him. He was like, "Yo, come over here. It's a lot of power over here. You don't even get it.
It's lit over here."
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, but you know, the love from his son, so the stars in his eyes. He saw the stars again, and he was like, "You know what? Let me help out my young bull." And you know, ended up actually becoming one with the Force. We thought he was going to, you know what I mean, die and go to hell or something, but he became one with the Force in the end. So there's a couple arcs in there. You know what I mean? He went from good guy to tormented,
couple layers, right?
To now he's a good guy. You know what I mean? That's
Lucky
a lot of development there.
Yeah. Tony should have killed his bitch ass, but you know. That's
whoa! Chill out. That's not.
What you mean? You didn't kill my parents, and I'm gonna let you slide.
It wasn't his fault. He was brain control.
Did he do it? Did he do it? But did he do it? Did he do it?
Bro, come on, you can't hold somebody for that, bro.
I'm asking you, did he do it?
Control of his mind.
I'm asking you, did he do it? I'm asking you, did he do it?
No, the Winter Soldier.
Did he do it?
No, the Winter Soldier.
Did he do it? Oh, okay.
The Winter Soldier.
What I'm saying. Like,
I would have killed his ass.
Lucky Barnes is innocent. The Winter Soldier was guilty.
The Winter Soldier right in front of him.
Bro,
I'm gonna get it back in blood.
Tony Stark's parents are terrible. They deserve to die. Like,
That's
Oh my
also
God.
a good take.
So y'all not really Star Wars fans in here? Like what?
I like Star Wars. I don't have anything bad
Why
to
you
say
say
about
that?
it.
Don't fuck with the wars.
We said I fuck with Star Wars a little bit.
Yeah, my boy. Yeah, good look, my boy. It's like only boy with sense in here. Not even you.
My bad.
Talking about
I was just making
My
a
bad.
parallel. I wasn't saying they on the same.
He said I was
It's
All
always,
right.
it's always the motherfuckers that ain't got nothing to say until they disagree. To say,
I'm ready. Listen,
Shout out
I'm
to
ready to get
Gerard,
nasty. I'm ready to get nasty with these number 2. So
Pause. Watch out.
whoa.
Cam said 2 girls,
Hey,
1 cup
yo.
time.
Nah, I'm not shitting on nobody. Oh, you know what? I can shit on people.
Nasty.
I'm about to
Okay.
I'm ready to get nasty with these number 2.
Pull it up, bro. Pull it up before you say it.
Pause again.
What you want to pull up the vid of the joint? No, I can't do that. Who got number 2? I got 2, but
I got 2, but go ahead, Cam.
all right, my number 2. I'm gonna go with Naruto for that one. You know
Really?
What?
Really?
Naruto.
Whoa! You know the show's name Naruto, not the character.
Okay, what the fuck that
Naruto.
mean?
I'm just saying the character is Naruto. You can see Naruto, Garth,
characters. So let's which one you
Oh,
choose.
Neji.
What
You know, a
Character
bunch of characters.
development?
Number 2.
What Naruto
Whoa.
character do you have this
Oh, no.
high on the list of characters?
This is wild as fuck.
Garth.
Wow.
Okay. Gar's still cool, but you feel me? I thought you was about to go.
Ow!
What's up?
Gar come up. You
That's
know,
cool.
what was it? It was it's like his auntie
cool.
or something. His auntie tried to kill him. All that
It's
stuff from his uncle. I don't know. His uncle was
Yeah.
auntie.
It was
You
literally
can't-
a
listen,
victim
we're not
of
doing
the
that.
You
parents
can't
that he
have-
murdered.
You can't have him as a top 2 pick if you don't know his story, bro.
I'm saying.
Can't do
I'm
that.
saying that's either his auntie or you know what I'm saying they tried to kill him. Other shit.
It was
His
his
auntie or
guardian.
something.
We all know the Kazakage, but you know his pop. He was a piece of shit. We all know that. They put the one tails inside him, all the other shit, just to make him a weapons of mass destruction. We all know what he did in tuning his hands, made a off all the niggas in the forest and made an umbrella, fucking sand umbrella for all that blood that was coming down. So you know he was with the shits. You know what I'm saying? Fought Lee. That didn't humble him any. So Triple Lee, you know, yeah man, bum ass fight that still goated like 20 years later. Jesus Christ. It might be
Lee was on that ass, boy.
Lee was on his ass. He still lost,
His
but
ass
whatever.
big,
Anyways,
okay.
so
Was.
he still lost. He's still on Demon Town the whole time. Fucked up Sasuke in the forest. If people remember that, it's fine. If you don't,
Yes,
try to
I do.
Chidori for the 3rd time. If you Chidori for the 3rd time, you'll die. And then just like you try to do it, it's like, I can't do it. and then the real summons the big frog and all that shit. And so the character development started when he got headbutted by Naruto, and it's like, yo, change your ways. I'm gonna headbutt you, you stupid nigga.
This
It's like,
number
whoa,
Number 2?
maybe I need to chill.
Headbutt
What I'm saying is, he goes from a fucking serial killer to a fucking humble ass dude, and in the midst of that, helps Lee kill Kimimaro, go through his own traumas, fights Deidara
This nigga got
to
slaughtered.
save the. I always have slides.
This nigga got
Fights Deidara. He's just like, yo, I could off this dumbass nigga right now, but I gotta use all my chakras to save the motherfucking village from the fucking C4 bomb. Alright, does all that shit, gets resurrected, all that other shit. Gets leader of the fucking Ninja Alliance to go to the war. All that, being a Kazakage, being a fucking... I'm not gonna post a pic when he had the nasty fucking supercuts cut. That's a nasty gun. We don't do all that. But had the moment with his dad, just like, yo, I got friends now, nigga. It's like, he's like, what? You got friends? The fuck? All that shit. And I'm taking guard for my number 2, just like the transformation of being just like a serial killer ass kid to going in the intermediate section of just helping people, just realizing his potential of being a person in society, to being a Kazakage, saving his village, going to the war arc, and being the leader of the Ninja Alliance, resolution with his dad, just stealing him. Like, I'm better than you. You ain't shit. You a fuck nigga. All that shit. And then just being a non-figurehead in Boruto. Boruto is like, if your name's not Boruto or Naruto, it really doesn't matter. But we ain't saying coughing niggas and making umbrellas for niggas' blood. So, you know, you can appreciate that at that point. So I'm taking it for my number 2. I'm taking Gar for that.
Do you think that Gar would have been more powerful if he would have kept his Kyuubi?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
I don't.
I mean, he would have. He would have been a victim of Madara at the end of the day.
You don't respect it?
Kid.
I don't respect that pick at all.
Damn.
Like I respect it because Gar most time gets looked over in Naruto character development for, you know, the title characters, Naruto, Itachi, Kakashi.
It's Kakashi. Like, you gotta give it to him.
I mean, no, like Naruto has abundance of characters that have good character development, and Gar a lot of times get looked over. I mean, people put Obito even though Obito was a simp. So like people put an abundance of characters for that. So I respect the pick because Gar gets looked over a lot. When you look at when he was a child, and because I can give him back up, he was a child, and his guardian who he killed was actually his uncle, because his uncle's sister, who was his mother, died giving birth to him, and then, you know, with some stuff in the war, he got pissed at him. So I can't blame literally your guardian, who you was your closest family member, ends up trying to kill you. So naturally, it made Gar go into like serial killer mode. Then afterwards, you go transform to the point where he's literally giving the speech to the entire nation of ninja before they go into war. Like Gar's transformation from a small little kid, you know, who's forced to being a tail beast Jubi, because naturally when you're the Jinchuriki, you're forced to do it most of the time. From being forced there, having family members try to kill him, to all of a sudden being able to be the embodiment of
if you don't respect the headbutt, I get it. But other than that, Gar is
he becomes the embodiment and representative leader of 5 different nations of ninja before they go into like the 4th Great Ninja War. I give him props for that. I have no problem with the pick. Now, I mean, it could be high, but I respect it.
Yo, it's the consistency for me, bro. Hey, what's going on?
Damn, Craig.
I didn't know it was auntie or his uncle, but
it was his uncle. I'm like, I respect it.
Right?
You a 4-year-old kid, and your uncle tried to kill you after your mom died giving birth, and your uncle loved you up until that point. And then your dad already hates you.
Air quotes.
Yeah, but I just like how Logan sat there patiently.
I respect it.
He didn't say he didn't interrupt. He said, "I'm gonna let him go."
I am waiting for this fuck nigga to get said, but I hope he does it.
After you said your whole spiel, I ain't gonna lie, you gave me a good speech because I was like, you feel me? Because I agree. I think it's Kakashi, but I still respect and love Gar. But still, I just like this nigga really sat there, just like,
I don't respect it.
I don't respect it.
With a straight face.
I respect
straight, no emotion.
It's like 7 different characters people can pick from Naruto that will make this list. And
I'm picking Gar, goddammit.
It's like
anybody else got a number 2?
I got a number 2. I'm ready for some disrespect for my number 2. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Please don't say this, nigga. Please don't say it.
I don't know if anyone sees this number 2 coming, but I'm gonna go ahead and say the Digimon Emperor. The Digimon fucking Emperor, my guy. Listen, this was a depressed, sad child that went into the digital world. He became an evil Digimon Emperor.
That's a fact.
He had no reason to. He's a Digi-Destined. He's supposed to be a good guy. He was like, you know what? I want to shoot up the whole block.
Facts.
And then he went in there and he was whipping Digimon like with a physical whip and chaining these niggas up, ruining their lives.
On me.
Like he made War Greymon have an existential crisis. That's how fucked up he was.
That's one of my favorite characters, bro. So I really fuck with this pick. I don't know what you expected. You expected us to say no because I'm a Digimon fan. So this went over my head with this one.
I have to respect them.
You gotta respect them.
I didn't think of the Digimon Emperor. Like I'm not gonna act like I did, but I respect it.
Yeah, this guy completely changed.
You know,
his Digimon used to come up to him and be like, "Ken, please, let's not murder people." And he was like, "Shut up, bitch!" And he would kick him in the face and shit. Like. And then from that to like doting on him, he carries Wormmon and like respects him. He treats him so kind. He becomes a very important character, even through successive seasons. Like he's a great support, great role model for people. And just looking at how this nigga was a Yu-Gi-Oh reject before, that was just doing some foul Kaiba bullshit. Like he was literally killing the entire digital world, and then he just changed. Like, I mean, it's just a drastic switch. Like this nigga was Hitler, literally.
Yeah,
I'm surprised.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you. I mean, I'm not surprised because I like the pick, but I'm surprised you didn't pick the Digimon, the actual Digimon for character development. I think his name was like he was like Angel of Darkness. You know what I'm talking about? The little small dark one.
What's
his name?
Which season was it?
You talking about
the one with the red scarf?
Impmon.
Yeah, Impmon. I almost picked Impmon.
I thought you was gonna like, cause I'm like, when you think of character development, that boy got some fucking character development. So I was surprised you didn't pick him.
I almost picked Impmon.
I do like Ken though.
I mean, this nigga became Beelzemon. He got a chopper. And then they gave him a motorcycle and everything.
Facts.
Like
swag is on a million.
Like,
Digivolution stuff, man. I ain't gonna put that in character development. My man just went champion.
Nah, he couldn't Digivolve. He couldn't Digivolve.
Bro, he was a villain. Do you know he was a villain?
I know. I'm just talking about he's adding the Digivolution as part of his character. I mean, that's just his Digivolution. It just so happened to be that. Like,
he couldn't Digivolve because his feelings were all fucked up.
But I ain't talking about the
feelings.
I'm talking about the form.
Yeah,
he detested humans, bro.
Yeah,
I know that. I watched the season. I know. I'm just talking about the form. I'm like, give him the form. The reasoning for it, fine. Just the form. I'm like,
the whole gallon, my G?
Yeah. No, that nigga too raw. But anyway, yeah, I almost picked Impmon, but who next?
Okay. Well,
I got a solid 2.
I like
salute to that. Salute.
Who else got a 2?
Oh, yeah. I got it. I ain't got no problem with it. Now, I hope, since you was talking about the MCU, I hope that was your only MCU pick.
It was.
I did, because I thought of this one instantly when y'all said character development. My number 2 is going to be Loki.
I thought about it.
Loki, especially after his show, when we talking about existential crisis. My man had an existential crisis in episode 1.
It's a different bull, though, yo.
Huh?
It's a different bull.
How's it a different ball?
Because he ain't go through all that.
So my man having an existential crisis in episode 1 about your entire life and what it would have ended up being had it kept going is not character development. And then realizing, okay, my form of thought, my reason for existing, of me just wanting all this power, then realizing me wanting power is lead to deeper seated issues. They have to deal with those issues as well as traversing the multiverse and realizing why you do what you do.
I mean, shout out to Bam, but he was a simp, I'm saying. I'm just saying.
Like that's not literally. We're talking about enemies and people who realizing that the reason they do things is not good. So Loki literally doing the same thing but having to deal with it in a single episode is not character development. Over the course of the show, having to become pseudo good because he's realizing, okay, stuff is bigger than me. Like he realized on episode 1, the Infinity Stones that he was trying to deal with and get when he got the Tesseract in his entire Avengers movie, they got the mug sitting in a drawer.
Facts.
Infinity Stones sitting there. But he's like, my whole reasoning for everything I wanted, nothing. He literally was watching on the screen Thanos snap his neck. Literally watching on the screen, my decisions, if I had kept going, what I was going to do was get my mother killed. He realizing that episode 1, his entire existence meant nothing. Literally, freaking Murphy or the dude was telling him, "Oh yeah, like if you would have kept going, you would have died. This is how your story was supposed to be written. You were supposed to die right here, a pathetic death."
So
later on in episodes, he literally gets sealed.
Monterey was like, "Fuck that shit, Craig."
I'm like, go off, go ahead.
Infinite loop,
nigga, fuck you.
He gets sealed in infinite loop by the freaking lady but I don't like her anyway. He gets
Keep
sealed in
going.
Like,
what else?
Loki is literally he even got to have a conversation with himself, versions of himself in like episode 7, versions of himself across the multiverse, all the same thing. He realized his own decisions. Like, oh well, yeah, I understand why you.
What else?
A Gator version of himself.
Get him.
Get him.
The person who's controlling all of it and literally giving him.
What else?
Kill me, but you're gonna wipe and just ruin the multiverse if you do that. And he over there trying to tell another version of himself, don't do it for revenge. When Loki from episode 1 would have snapped freaking Kane the Conqueror's neck in a heartbeat.
Okay.
What else?
Okay. Listen.
Nah, that's it. That's
Listen.
it. That's
All
it.
right.
I
That's
fuck
it.
with Don DeMarco in the comments.
Don DeMarco.
Turned into Gwitty. That was fire.
Talk that Loki shit.
Talk that MCU shit.
Nah, yo, on some like for real. I'm the one. I know I'll put you on that tangent, by the way. But for real, Loki was about to be this pick that like my next pick.
I respect it.
I went to it. I took another MCU character instead.
I like the MCU references, but I thought I was like Loki boy. Them 9 episodes, he had like along WandaVision, the long show.
Great show.
Can I object?
What up?
All right. So you know I fuck with you.
That's all.
But the only thing I gotta say is, bro, I just feel like all of that was just an ego check. He's still the same character. He's still the master of mischief. He's still just fucking trying to mislead people and manipulate people. That has not changed throughout the whole show.
He don't do that no more.
He manipulated the same nigga who had faith in him to actually act right, and then he ran off again like he did in the beginning of the show.
Yep, in episode 2.
Hold on, I dare ask this.
He rolled out with Sylvie, and while they sitting there in an open landscape, stuck on a planet that's gonna be destroyed in like 17 hours from now.
I just said
really
it was
I
just said it was an ego check because he realized that he really wasn't the master of mischief. He really was being manipulated because his play in the grand scheme and shit was very minuscule. Then, as much as I just said as an ego check, as an ego, this nigga falls in love with himself. So even as an ego check,
I dare ask this: who suffered the most in the MCU?
Lying ass nigga Loki.
Who suffered the most?
Black ass Loki died for nothing. He didn't even get to do.
I'm not gonna G-check Loki. That's not even the right answer in my head.
Killmonger, bro.
Yo, I feel you, bro. I feel what you're saying, Craig. But nah, yo, Loki.
Killmonger.
That nigga, he leveled up, bro.
I don't really have time.
One movie and died? Get out of here.
Suffered the most. That's another suffer. That's another suffer, nigga. They took me out first movie. I'm suffering, nigga. That's real suffering.
I'll say spoilers 5 months later, but the one off the top of my head is probably Spider-Man. He's the one I can think of off the top of my head.
What if?
I can't feel it.
Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Off the top,
I can't feel it.
Closer to you, and the other people that are left over.
Yo, the Vision got his fucking stone, like his head smashed by the woman he loved. Then that shit rewinded, and then Thanos took that bitch out his head. Like, bro, come on.
So we're really not gonna say Thor. Yikes.
No, the real answer is Doctor Strange. But
we're really not gonna say Thor.
It's Doctor Strange. I
can see that, bro, but it's
Doctor Strange.
We're not gonna say. All right,
he got tortured.
We're not gonna Jack Ragnarok.
He's still a king. He's still a king.
King of what?
Like an infinity
of Asgard. And even though Asgard is done, he's still a king of Asgard.
The king of what?
The Asgardians are still alive.
Barely. But I mean,
barely.
Barely.
And I don't know if we going comic version.
The king of what?
He's still the king of Norway.
This is MCU.
Bro, Doctor Strange got tortured in a loop for God knows how long, bro.
That's a fact.
That's a fact. How many times?
That's a fact.
How many times did Doctor Strange see his homies die? How many times did he see his homies die?
For real, he had to watch all that shit with the time stone, all the possibilities. Come on, bro.
That's a possibility. That's a possibility. I'm talking about losing niggas for real.
I see where you going with it.
He lost them.
Okay, watch it.
Y'all talking about the mental aspect of it.
Watch it or live it. What are we doing?
Everybody go
That's
through
physically
something, right?
traumatizing, and then being tortured by Dormammu is physically
Thor had to live it. Thor had to live it in the well, and then Thor had to really live it when hell was just like, fuck you, nigga.
Yo, talk
Just,
about
I'm taking all this
Dormammu,
shit.
Talk about Dormammu real quick.
I come to bargain. Oh, fuck you.
That he went in there, chose to do that. We don't know for a fact if he remembers. Because, technically he's trapped the time loop before he jumped in there. So for all we know, he don't remember none of it.
Bro, that's crazy.
I come to bargain.
No,
Fuck you.
To be honest, he
that's
set
not
the
canon,
time
bro.
loop before going in there, so that as soon as he starts saying "I come to bargain," it loops back to that moment. So for all we know, he don't remember none of that.
Nah, bro, that's not canon. We don't know that he don't remember.
That's not canon.
Hey, Hudson, I like how
he chose to come in and say. He chose to come in and say, "I come to bargain to get a fucking."
He said, "I'll go handle it," and then came back.
We're not using headcanon.
He just remixed
it's not
it, bro.
explicitly stated. We are not assuming he can't remember nothing.
Yeah,
I'm
why
not
we
going to
doing
assume
that?
that he can.
Stop
What?
it.
I'm not going to assume that he can.
it.
You know what I'm going to
Everything
assume
that you
he
did.
do?
I'm just saying.
Is the one he remember.
I'm just saying Thor went into the well and saw it coming, and he lived through it.
Bro, Monterey, how can you just like?
No, like I understand, I respect your argument, but I'm not going to automatically say he remembers it if we can also say the opposite, that we don't know that he does.
No, bro, but the thing is, we can't say the opposite because the common thing with human beings is that you remember the thing you go through. So it's like,
yeah, we're talking about the common thing of human beings when you have somebody that literally has a stone that controls time. We're not going to
got the reach files
before something happens and go
back. The reach files
over and over again.
I'm not going to just go and be like, he remembers every time he does. We don't know that he remembers it. All we know, he set the spell.
He don't know.
How does Dormammu remember every time, but Doctor Strange doesn't? Question.
He's a god.
You come on, he is literally magic itself, dark magic.
Bro, he said we could do this all day.
All that.
He said we could do this all day.
That is blasphemous.
He's a god.
Why would you assume one person?
He is
so why would you? Why would you assume?
Dimension.
Why would you
assume
one person would remember and the other person doesn't? Though
he's not a person.
Because one is a human and one's a god. And literally one set a time spell on himself before going in there.
Bro, he's a sentient being talking to another sentient being. These guys are like,
my god,
like how, like where did they say that he forgot everything?
You just said a sentient being versus sentient, like one is not a god of an entire dimension, and another one is a human.
You have to make layers of assumptions to.
Yeah, bro.
Well, listen. Listen. For his argument, one kept doing it versus a person that got tired of it doing it to make the bargain. So maybe I'm making an assumption that Doctor Strange didn't remember it and kept doing it because he didn't remember it. Versus Dormammu that did remember it because he got tired of living in that loop to make the bargain.
Bro,
did we watch the same movie? Did we watch the same movie?
Yeah, bro, we watched the same movie.
This is a hot take,
I'm not making up headcanon.
It's a hot take.
Did we watch the same movie?
Bro, that's the only that was the only way for him to save the Earth. It was either him being infinitely tortured or do not save the universe. Like,
but who knows if Doctor Strange remembers the infinite loop?
Why does he have to remember it when he's suffering? It was still suffering whether he remembers it or not.
Until he
it's not because you don't remember it. It's not suffering.
So if I break all your legs and hit you in the head, you're not suffering.
Let's get to the next pick.
Logan, real quick.
He's dead.
Number one.
He wouldn't have remembered it unless literally you redo that loop.
Number one.
Number two.
Let's go.
I can't give you that, man.
Zell. All right, Zell. Let's go with number two.
Logan's position, bro.
My number two is from the MCU is Nebula because
I thought about her. Good.
She went through mad shit. She was rivaling with her sister to like hunting her sister down to like coming face to face with her sister, like literally about to try and kill her, like to like breaking down, being scared of her father to like just not caring it, being brave to her father to like not being afraid of her father, she went through being tortured, probably got tortured more than any of y'all who y'all was talking about just now, except for Doctor Strange. and you know what I mean.
And Thor.
Yeah.
And Thor.
Honestly, though, I'm gonna say that's another good candidate for the question. Cam.
The only thing I remember is
the most. You could definitely put Nebula in that category easily.
I will never put in that category because I only remember the meme of her being the boneless wings.
Over again.
I only remember the meme of her being a boneless wing, looking at the chicken nugget, just like, who are you? You're weak. I am you.
But hey, I also would say that scene alone is a perfect example when people say not that, but not just that, but like when you fight the main boss and then you unlock them and able to use them in a fight. Like, how was her old self demolishing her like that? Like,
because the other
what happened to all that skills and shit? Like, what happened?
She cared about herself.
That's when you know boneless wings are superior than chicken nuggets.
She thought she was like a doppelganger.
Yeah. All right. Well, I validate that pick. I don't know if it's a number one pick, but I think it's a good pick.
We're on number one now.
I thought that was number two.
That was
Greg approved. No, we're on two.
I didn't even do my number two.
So who's you did?
No, I didn't.
About number one.
I didn't.
Go ahead.
I did. I don't know if it's number one, but I think it's a good pick. So Blood Rainer, Octavia from the show 100.
Oh, I know that, shorty.
Yes, sir. So I got her for number two. She damn near could have been number one if this number one I didn't feel like was fucking amazing. But so Octavia, she started off living out in outer space. She already was being hunted down because they had to limit how many people that they could actually keep alive up there, in order for resources and everything like that. So she was known as the girl under the floor. So she's always had to be protected. She always had to be looked after. Her brother always had to look out for her. Boom, comes down to her being shipped down to her death, down to Earth, because they don't even know if the pollution and radiation is stable enough for humans to be on there. She's the first to get attacked when they first go and land. She comes to being like this victim character who is very irrational and goes off of like a whim of her emotions, to being a warrior, to being like she literally denounced her own heritage of being a space woman, to being a grounder, to being accepted by a whole different group of people, to then not only being accepted but then to actually lead them and become Blood Rainer. And coming from the woman who came from outer space being protected by her little brother to now being on the ground and leading a whole population, civilization of warriors through a fucking starvation, through fucking suffering, through killing. She's literally ran through elite soldiers as a young woman and proved proved herself as far as a leader, proved herself as far as what do you call that? A warrior. And even at the end of it, once she learned what she did was wrong, which is like she went from being this, charismatic woman to then being a warrior, to then being like, yo, like I'm taking this too far. I'm killing whoever it is that disagrees with me. I'm killing whoever it is I see as a threat. If you ain't with one crew, you are against one crew, and that was it. She'll kill you just off the rip. It didn't matter if you just chose, hey, I don't feel like eating today. Oh, so you against one crew? She'll knock you off. You feel me? So it's like she went from that to then being like, yo, let me have a redemption arc. And although I sacrificed all these people and created like a whole what do you call that? Like what do you like gladiator situation where she'll allow anybody just to go in the ring and kill each other because that's the kind of environment that she created, to then being like, yo, we need to go back to keeping as much people as we can within our camp and not be on that type of time, because basically we got, like, back to the whole one crew, how it started mentality, and had to redeem herself for all the people that she killed and all the decisions that she made. And then she ends up becoming a mother and raising a beautiful child.
All right. This is where I didn't get.
That was it.
That's no spoiling.
Balance. Sound
you ain't there yet? You ain't there
You
yet?
ain't there yet? Sound like a solid show I'll never watch, but
she amazing character development, bro. Amazing.
All right, if this fuck nigga is on anybody's number one,
I know who you're talking about, and he's not on my list, bro. But he's gonna be on my honorable.
I don't need no honorable. Fuck him. Anybody got a number one?
We already did that.
Start out with their number one. Anybody want to start out with it?
Yes, nobody's gonna know mine, and I know we're gonna be fighting about some of these. So listen, let me put y'all on game. Pick up your pens and papers. I got some recommendations. Okay.
All right, there we go.
All right.
This is my boy. You've heard me mention this before, but this is my boy Taiyo Asano from Yozakura Spy Family. If you like Killua and you wish you could have seen Killua training, it's this. It's this.
Yo, for real, that's exactly what that is.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this is that. Like, this guy got it out the mud. Your main character did not get it out the mud.
I need a spell check, bro. I can't find that. How you spell it?
Yozaka.
Sound it out.
R-A.
Yeah, Japanese usually goes by the 2 letters.
Yeah, listen, my guy. This man started first episode being like cool in school. You know, he wasn't like the super popular kid. He was like relatively normal. He wasn't a loser or nothing. Okay. Cute girl in his class. He starts talking to her. She starts flirting with him or whatever. His teacher pulls him aside, and his teacher's like, "I'm gonna murder you." And he's like, "Whoa." And turns out the teacher's her big brother, and they're from a spy family. I can't see that, dog.
Oh, okay, my fault.
But turns out they're from a spy family. So he learns that they're spies. So he has to get executed now because no one can know. So girl helps him out. She marries him into the family instead, right? So he's married into the family and he has to protect this girl. Because he has to protect her, he has to learn all of their assassin techniques. There's like 7 of them. Each of them do different things. This man's getting poisoned every day. He's getting shot at every day, if not shot. He's getting stabbed. He's learning how to hack. He's learning how to code. He's doing all this shit. Then he truly becomes a part of the family. I'm not going to spoil all this shit. And he gets a message that he has to go against members of the family while still being part of the family. So this man is he's a beast by like chapter 70, but he's nothing compared to these family members. This man is still getting it out the mud. He's getting into shootouts and all kinds of shit in the middle of the streets. It's like wanted shit. This man literally goes from being nobody to the most monstrous fucking assassin in your face, though. You get to see it the whole time.
And one more time. What's the manga?
It's called Mission Yozakura Family.
That. Now Craig can sound that out. We'll go to anybody that
Did you see me actually doing that, bro? I was I literally was doing it. I was Mission Yozakura.
Monterey or Zell. You got a number one pick? Or I can go my number one. That may take a while for
mine.
Mine.
I can't lie, it's like slightly biased because he might not deserve to be number one, but I'm really, really happy with this show.
Got it.
Minor spoilers if you have not watched the remake of Bel-Air, but my number one pick is going to be Carlton Banks.
Word.
Oh, you fucked up. That's where you fucked up. That's where you fucked up.
That's
where you fucked up.
Show. Did you watch Bel-Air?
That's where you fucked up. Hell yeah, I watched
Bel-Air.
Watch
Bel-Air.
Carlton
that nigga ass.
My number one. Because
hell no.
The transformation
we're gonna leave Craig alone.
In episodes.
We not finna do fucking 2. We not finna do fucking 2 episodes to redeem this nigga after the whole fucking season. This nigga being ass,
bro. He was. We know he's an a-hole. He was the quote unquote villain for the first half of the show. Show it again. I got no problem with it.
It's not enough.
Carlton, the transformation Carlton made from 10 episodes over is very well written. This man literally started off as the ops, like literally the ops. From episode 1, this man is a pompous, cocky a-hole, rich, hanging out with the white people, letting them say the N word while they over there singing songs in the locker room. Like he's that far gone as the ops. But not only does he come around full circle after he gets lowered a few times, and I mean it's a few times he gets lowered.
Full circle?
Yeah, full circle. Like he comes full circle. This man goes from literally like by episode 7?
It's full circle.
Like it's full. Like I said, minus spoil. I'm trying not to say too much, but around episode 7,
also
fuck him.
People he hanging with, they letting him say the E-word to the leader of that group in front of everybody else after getting told that he wasn't black enough and wouldn't represent the black community at all. Literally goes up to the dude and tries to force an apology from him after he broke his arm. Because he got mad during that little crochet game and literally screwed up this man's arm in a rage moment. And then you realize the other stuff Carson dealing with, the pressure from his dad to be perfect, the freaking booger sugar that he was doing from the early part of the show. And we ain't just
it's the booger sugar.
The booger sugar. He was on the
booger sugar bounce.
It was just
this man was like manipulating
the booger sugar bounce.
Bunch of stuff that he was dealing with. He comes halfway through to where he breaks down crying on the bed like a music video, and then starts to actually get closer to Will. Like he breaks down. He literally like breaks down. He's like, bro, like I can't do this no more. Like he breaks down and it comes full. Like, bro, it's crazy. And this is how I know Carson got blackness. When during a couple of certain moments, this man is learning how to slip money up in Will's pockets for them hard times. Bro, I know my man Carson came full circle, bro. And he's one of the best written full circle I've seen in a little 10 episodes span that I'm appreciative of. Now, is this the part? Is this the part where only Craig doesn't get it? I mean, it's
not that I don't get it. Like, I just said it's not enough. It's not enough. That doesn't.
It's enough.
The definition of character.
Yeah, man. And I'll say the part he's not trying to say. You're in front of your crush's house, going to her to ask where the fuck is Will at. He ran away from home and trying to find him. So you gotta swallow your own pride to go to Lisa's house to know she's fucking Will, to find Will, and you know you're still in love with her.
The crush that you manipulated for half the season, you gotta go and literally go and break down in front of her, be like, I need his help. I need somebody to help me. Like this is the same man, this is the same Carlton that literally had to like come to himself and realize, Will, you need to read this about so-and-so. Even though my parents and all them trying to hide this, I'm going to come to you and be like, you need to read this because you need to know the truth for yourself. Man!
Yo, daddy.
Wait.
Yo, daddy.
Full circle.
Man!
It's not
full circle.
Bro.
It's not full circle.
I don't feel it.
Hey, no way.
It's not full circle.
Hey, no way.
Listen,
no
if you don't feel it...
Can I counter?
I don't think you can counter anything. Did you watch the whole show?
I watched the whole fucking shit.
I'm waiting.
Okay, first and foremost, you're talking about the man who, when he even when he approached the white dude about that whole situation, guess whose support he fucking had? The support of the fucking team. That was not enough for him to go full circle when literally nobody was fucking with this nigga at this point. This man
but he initiated it.
So hold on, sir. If you want me to get into my bag, if you want me to get in my bag, you gotta let me get in my bag. You gotta find the bag first. You gotta let me back. I'm in my bag. You gotta let me get my bag.
Real quick. All right, I'll take it back. It wasn't full circle because that means that he stopped where he started. He went like a half circle, like he's at a whole different place now.
Yeah, it's not a 360, bro. He's not redeemed in my eyes.
He's a 180.
He's a 180. I give that. That's a 180 character. He's not a 360. 360 is crazy.
Show's not over.
So
show's not over.
It's the season is so. But we just gonna give it. From what we've seen from point A to point
know
B.
What's gonna happen in the next season or something?
I don't know, but what I know from this point, from where we at right now, this nigga's not redeemed. He is not a 360 character, bro. We literally talking about you cannot sit here and let your cousin be blamed for getting drugs planted on you, bro, and then don't say nothing about it. Then you challenge your father and being like, yo, I can't believe you covered for Will, but you just covered for that white boy.
All I'm saying is
Carlton fix that.
Y'all not trying to let me get in my bag. Y'all want me to pull out the facts.
Bro,
y'all want me to pull out the facts.
Character development don't mean that you automatically redeem for all the bad shit you did. It just shows that
I understand that.
As a person.
I feel that he's changing, but what I'm saying is
changed.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Hold on,
Craig's not looking at the definition.
No, I did. I saw listen to what I'm saying.
So his
I'm
persona
saying
changed, right, Craig?
get what I'm saying. His persona did change. I just said it's not.
Hmm.
What did I say when he
Well,
talked?
good.
I said it's not full circle. That's the first thing I said. It's not full circle. So even though you're saying that he's changed, I'm still saying he still has certain characteristics that still makes him a villain in the story to my perception. The same thing that y'all just said. Let's use an example.
You just waiting for him to
Let's
mess
go.
up.
Let's
You one of them.
Ooh.
Let's
You one of
go.
them.
Let's
Villain?
go. Hold on.
Oh,
Yeah. I like that you took off the glasses. Let's
Oh,
get there.
villain?
So
Because you're not. You're
hold
talking
on.
nonsense.
Let me
Oh,
get there.
villain, though.
Let me get
Take
there.
it easy. I'm out. Keep revising the
Well,
course.
since he's out, Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning.
I'm out.
So let me get there. So the same way that you just brought up the fact that he told Will about the situation. How is it that you do not know that was his way of trying to fuck up the same amazing relationship that he's been jealous of his father's relationship with Will the whole fucking time, and be like, ooh, I know if I throw this at Will, that's gonna fuck shit up. How do you know that wasn't his intentions? Even Will said himself, like, I know what's ever in there is going to mess up my relationship with them. That's literally what Jeffrey said. So he said, I'm not willing to do that. Carlton said, fuck that, nigga. You need to read this shit. Why? That's what I'm saying. So we're seeing here and giving him this, he's not this type of person no more, when literally he is still that same type of person. He still manipulates people. He still does shit for his own personal gain. I personally feel like the fact that the family is in turmoil, and the fact that he leans on Will because he has nobody else to talk to, nobody else in that camp besides maybe his pops has actually took Carlton to the side and was like, yo, bro, what's happening with you? Nobody else besides Will has done that. So I can see him being that same emotional character, his same emotional character that leaned on his ex-girlfriend, manipulated her every situation he had, whether that be with Will, whether that be her performing, whether that be a actual night that was dedicated to her dead mom, and he's still worried about his own personal gain. I can see that same character and be like, yo, I need Will. This is exactly what he said, quote and unquote. I need Will. I need Carlton. Because he is emotionally unstable.
I don't know. Maybe I need Will. He got me on Xanax, but whatever.
He went from saying I want Will to go back to Philly to now I need Will, and you don't
need Will.
I get that, but that same characteristic as
hold on, Craig.
Do whatever it is. It's just
Craig,
it's a different approach, bro. It's the
Craig.
Craig,
anything at the butt is bullshit. I'm just I ain't created, but
okay. I'm just saying. I still see the same character development.
Trying to say Doctor Strange didn't suffer because he don't remember it, which you made up. Shut the fuck up.
Who made that up?
Who made that up?
All right, yo, let's get to the number one. What's another number one? Craig.
So yeah, cool. My number one is Illyria. I don't think y'all gonna know her. She was Fred from the show called Angel. Y'all may not know. We talked about Angel, or we talked about like really all the TNT shows from back in the day. Not a lot of y'all know Angel, or Xena, or Buffy, all the shit that I really fucked with the Supernatural. But let me go into her character development. Fred was this nerd. I ain't gonna say bitch. This nerd female was this nerd female who, out of all the Supernaturals, out of everybody else who brought something to the table, she didn't really have much besides knowledge. She was always the damsel in distress. She had a backbone. She'll fight and shit like that, but she always had to be rescued. From then being a person who learned magic, who been somebody that they can depend on, who became one of my favorite characters, love interest, to changing him as a character because he was a thug and they was out in the streets, killing vampires on some thug shit, had a gang, and she changed his heart and mentality to be like, yo, you're better than that, you're smarter than that, you don't have to be reduced to the gang shit that you used to be back in the day, to then her being killed, being resurrected as one of the most strongest demons ever in all of fandom, to now having a split personality that she has to combat between Fred and Illyria, of being which has ridiculously character development because the demon is so used to being so powerful, used to having its own mind, not used to having human characteristics, not used to having human memories or emotions. And now, not only does Fred is now stopped being this damsel in distress, so now she's the most omnipotent or powerful person on the show. To now also the character that she now has to become has to learn how to humble herself and come down the level from being the most powerful character that she's known to be. So I just feel like all of that to be said, she's a very interesting, amazing character that was developed to being from nothing to being the pillar of the show.
But wasn't her personality still like the same by the end?
Not at all.
Oh, all right.
She was cut off. She was numb. She was that's
No,
facts.
I was
We
just
could get
playing.
into that. Yeah,
Don't get him in his bag. Don't get him in his bag. Don't get him in his save like that.
Not
I
at
ain't got
all.
a
She
nickel.
wasn't the same.
I ain't
Not
got
at
a
all.
nickel to put him in save like that.
Not at all. Literally a
number
whole
one,
completely different character.
number one for me before my shit jack. You know, it's the GOAT. It's Vegeta.
Wow,
We're
you
just gonna
said
put it
it?
out there. We're just gonna put it out there. We're just gonna put it out there. We're just gonna put it out. No, I'm not jacking. I'm not jacking that nigga. I'm not jacking that nigga Zuko. And just I grew some hair and just said hi, and it's just like, oh, I'm gonna change character. And that's the same nigga is jacked his uncle. I'm gonna put him in jail. But whatever the case may be, it doesn't matter. My nigga Vegeta came through as a warmongering fucking planet killer.
Show him what he
at that
look
point,
like
and to a fucking a family man.
Ooh, that's only halfway.
Grab your head.
You chose the clip where he suicided.
He knocked his ass out.
Oh, that's only halfway through it, bro.
No, he doomed himself. He didn't doom his family. He doomed himself.
He did doom his family. He was
Show
the
him
last
He doomed
nigga
himself.
watching Boo.
You see
The
those?
planet
He
got
doomed
blown
himself.
up. The
He
planet got
doomed
blown
himself.
up. The planet
What planet got blown up? No, it didn't. Not because of him. Because of him. Because of him.
Yes, it
Because
was
of
his
him.
fault. Yes.
Because of him.
Yes.
No, it wasn't. He
Yes.
did final explosion. Did final explosion blow up the planet? Did final explosion blow up the planet?
He and Goku could have
Did
killed
final
Boo.
Did final explosion blow up the planet?
Nah,
No.
Logan's right.
Oh my
Logan's
Final
god.
explosion didn't blow up the planet.
Keep talking, bro. Just keep talking.
Logan's
What
right,
I'm
man.
saying is he came down, was on some bullshit, wanted to Earthmonger, just like blow up the planet, all that other shit. He got humbled in the end of the day.
My nigga knows Fred. Hey, can you run that back? Can you run that back? I'm sorry. Nobody else knows. Nobody else watches Angel, bro. Run that back. Oh man.
Run that back. Run it back.
Yo, real
All right,
one.
Clinton. I see you, Clinton.
Oh, real one.
But then after he got humbled by Frieza, at that point, cried to Goku. That's the first character development. Lost his pride, cried to Goku. Avengers saying, take it down. You know what I'm saying? Then he got it back in his bag, went Super Vegeta. I get that point. He was in his bag at that point. Fucked Trunks up, just saying, I can take him out, all that other shit. But before that, he was Batman Vegeta, and we all know this. He's like, had the son, stop training, all that bullshit. He went through his midlife crisis, went through Majin Vegeta. I get all of that. I'm trying to get my swag back before I got raised as family. I'm gonna tell a couple of niggas and all that other shit, but I'm just saying. After that, though, that's where the character development came in. Like that.
I'm gonna be honest.
Hold on. Don't say that because this was all character development right here.
It was, but he just like I felt docile. I had a son, I had a family. I never got that saying pride back, and then we got it back in blood in that point right there. He's trying at this point, and then he's just like Trunks. I never held you as a baby, all that other stuff. Let me hold you real quick, and then he did final explosion, self-sacrifice, all the other shit.
So we just gonna skip over the
So
part
now,
the son out.
Well, yeah, he had to because he wasn't going to leave because he said they wanted to fight. You missed that part, but it's okay.
And then he snaked Goku too.
He never man. He missed a part when he missed a part. He missed a part when Trunks and Goten was just like, "Yo, let's fight. We can go as Gotenks. Fuck this nigga up." Nah, you know what I'm saying? Piccolo, get this nigga out of here. Yo, am I gonna get a body? No, you did do was bullshit back in the day. So it's just like you ain't gonna get a body when you die. All right, that's cool. Fuck that. King Yama gave him the decision. In my speaking facts so far? All right, cool.
You speaking
King
facts?
Yemma was like, yo, I'm gonna get King Yemma was like, yo, King Yemma was like, yo, I'm gonna get you your body back and all the other shit in the special occasion so you can fight Majin Buu. All the other shit. Cool. But other than that, don't forget Vegeta's Pan, Earth Reborn. Yo, Dende, go to New Namek, get Dragon Balls, wish back Earth first, then wish back the niggas that died in the fucking 25th martial arts tournament.
Why'd they die?
All the good people. All the good people. Now listen. Listen. This is the part you need to listen to. Everybody that except for the evil people, but Vegeta came back to life. I wonder why.
Why'd they die? Why those people?
Some died because Vegeta killed them. But why did Vegeta come back to life? Why did Vegeta come back to life?
Hold on.
Why did Vegeta come back to life? I'm just asking.
That's a beautiful question.
Is
why Vegeta come back to life?
Vegeta's struggling from like being on the side of good and being on the side of evil and not caring about human life, but caring about some life. Like that's
hold on, Zell, I got you.
On your little team. That isn't like you, Kakarot. Ordinarily, you'd be much happier hogging an opportunity like this all to yourself. That way, you'd be able to fight 70 other opponents without me showing you up.
Yeah, well, see, the thing is
Hey, quit flapping your gums, Saiyans. You're going to compete, and that's an order. If you really want me to fight, then you'll have to persuade Bulma. Because I'm not going anywhere unless you do.
Saying that loves to fight. Hold on.
That was your aha moment?
Hold on. A murder saying that likes to fight, doesn't care about anybody else's well-being, but you gotta ask my wife to fight in this tournament.
Okay, Cam, question mark.
I smell bitch in here.
Cam, question mark.
That's character development. Hold on. We gotta put it up again.
Question mark. Okay, yeah. You keep putting that up, but you see
we talking about pre-pussy Vegeta.
Hold up. You talking about character development, but you see what it say at the bottom of there? It say best character development, not any character development whatsoever.
I think the quantity of Vegeta's character development, if anything, like matches the quality of some character development that you mentioned. Like he has a lot of it, just even though it's not as well written all the time.
But Zell, I got another one.
Now wait, hold on before you do that
again. And I figured you'd want to come with me.
That's tempting, but this time I'll have to pass.
But why? You're always down to train.
Would you use your brain? Did you not see my wife? She could give birth any day now. I can't go.
But what does that have to do with you? The baby comes out of her, right?
Why do I have to explain this? If I leave the planet now, then I'll never hear the end of it.
You mean she'd be mad? I didn't have to deal with that when Goten was born because I was dead.
I have no idea how you're still married. But in any case, Kakarot, I am staying here.
Okay, so
what does this have to do? Like,
I've got a perfect comment about it because everything Vegeta does, the entire series, is selfish. And even what he just did just then is selfish. He said, I never hear the end of it. Not she needs me. Not I really.
Well, bro, it's Vegeta, so we gotta expect.
So hold on.
We gotta expect him.
So this Vegeta would say that
he's not gonna open
this Vegeta would say that,
bro.
Goku.
Y'all can't keep doing that, bro. Every time a nigga bring up a fact that disagree, y'all can't just cut off.
Hold on, Craig.
He's not gonna be vulnerable in front of Goku. He's not gonna.
Craig, would Namek Vegeta say this? Would Saiyan Saga Vegeta say this? I'm just asking.
This is the same nigga who don't got kids.
Who don't got kids?
So,
the Vegeta back then, this is pre-pussy Vegeta. You cannot judge a nigga who he was before he had pussy. That's anybody in life.
So that's character development, right?
So Vegeta's character development. So Vegeta's character development is all based on him getting pussy. Is that what we hear?
I mean, a lot of people in
having kids and all the other stuff. So.
A lot of people that you know, a lot of their character development stems from a woman that they fall in love with, believe it or not.
So what I'm saying is everything Vegeta does is selfish. Now, my guy, okay, that's cool, Zell.
I just post a clip of him not being
awesome,
selfish.
Damn, that's awesome, dog. But anyway, so my guy here was going to allow the universe to be destroyed because he would never hear the end of it. Like, that's your moment. Your moment is when he was going to literally allow the universe to be destroyed. Everybody was going to die because Vegeta makes selfish decisions.
You know, Vegeta won the tournament. He would make the same which Android 817 did, right?
What? Vegeta did what?
You know, Vegeta won the tournament. He would have made the same which Android 17 did, right? I'm just saying.
That's not what he said.
Nigga,
yes, he did. He said I would have brought everybody back. He said I would have brought everybody back.
From what's his name?
Y'all know when we first met Vegeta, he was trying to wish for like
his
power
universe, not from everybody's
with the Dragon Balls.
So he would have brought all the Saiyans back from
from one universe.
No, he would have brought Kaba back. He would have brought Kaba back and all the others.
There were multiple universes in that tournament. He only was going to.
He would have made the same wish. All right, Vegeta, so I have to bring that back again.
Development in Dragon Ball, bro. Literally, not even
that doesn't change. He's still a Saiyan, bro. He cares about the Saiyans, so that doesn't change who he was.
What are you talking about? He cares about
all he talks about is Saiyan pride. All he talks
about
when he talks to
not no more. When was the last time you heard Vegeta talk about I'm the principal?
You know he had for the sparkling mode.
Last time when he talked to fucking Kaba when he was beating his ass in the tournament. What are you talking about?
For the sparkling mode, he had to get rid of his pride. You know that, right?
Let me pull the scans.
Okay.
This shit is wild to me.
I'll drop them in the chat afterwards. Continue.
This shit is wild as shit.
Okay. Anybody else have a number one before we check? Because we're almost at the 2 hour mark.
Yeah, he tripping off my boy Vegeta, but
don't get me wrong. I love Vegeta. Don't get me wrong. I'm just
saying.
You don't. No, I just
I definitely do.
I think people just take Vegeta's like being like grumpy,
extremely evil.
You know what I mean? Being like, you know what I mean? Kind of like he got that mean face on all the time, and they just completely forget about all the changes and things that he went through to make him the person that he is now. But my number one is probably not, y'all probably don't think that he should be number one, but he is the one. You feel me? My boy Neo in the Matrix.
Saw it coming.
You know what I mean? Come on, yo. It's Neo, bro. He started off as a desk character. Guy. Desk job. Not doing shit.
Character, nothing without pussy.
Yeah, whatever. So
there we go.
You know
it's just facts.
So he goes into the Matrix. He don't know. He's like, what is fate to like, you know what I mean? Like accepting his fate to like, you know what I mean? Fuck all that fate shit. You know what I mean?
I'm good with you on having it create basically pussy is the ultimate plot armor. That's basically what you
let me am I wrong though? Like am I wrong? Like it's
yes, Craig, you're wrong.
I don't know how life is for y'all, but I just know that a lot of times when I see niggas change, most of the time it's for bitches. Like it's for y'all girls. It's for y'all women that y'all fuck with. Like it's not all the time. Oh, I want to just be a better me. A lot of time,
Craig didn't go through it yet. That's the problem.
For some shorty. Like a lot of times, you trying to get your shit right for a wife. Like
so, you saying eventually Craig gonna come on here one day, haircut different, beard trimmed, he was like, "How y'all doing today?"
Saying woman instead of female. Yeah, all of that, bro. Yeah, women have you think different. Women have you moving different. Have you? Yes, that's why we get women. You know what I mean? It's the other half. That's what happens, bro.
I feel like that's true for a certain type of nigga, but it ain't me, dog.
Yeah, it definitely Goku does not feel that sentiment, but you know, admittedly, Goku is right. That's just
So you know, I don't think it takes away from any type of guy, any type of dude, or any type of anybody who, you know what I mean, catalyst for change is in another person. I mean, we was cool when it was Gon and Kahlua, but God forbid it's Vegeta. But
if it's two niggas, it's all good. But
yeah, right.
Somebody changed for a woman. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm not that type of guy. So, you know what I mean? But yeah. So
I'm gonna change for my 12-year-old friend, but for a woman, you tripping.
He was trying to fight the machines to becoming on the side of the machines in the very end. You know what I mean? Wanting to destroy the other side to You know what I mean? Bringing them together and having peace now. Like, even though it's gonna be a whole nother cycle and all that. But,
yeah, we ain't gonna talk about the fourth movie. And
yeah. So,
right.
but yeah, I got Neo.
It wasn't terrible.
I only put him as number
alright.
one because his name is the one. You know what I mean? But he got character development. You know what I mean? Going through each of the movies, he was struggling with some type of reality. Like, even when he was in the Matrix, like even when he woke up, he still had to deal with layers, and he still had to figure shit out. Like he still had to struggle with who to believe. And is this fate thing real? Is he really the one? Like, it's a wild ride. But y'all all seen the Matrix, so
I mean, I'm straight with it.
Right.
Most of it happens in like the first movie, but I'm straight with it.
Nah, the Matrix Reloaded. He had to throw away all that fate of being the one. I don't care about being the one. I want to save the one that I love. Like,
yeah,
in the first
all
movie,
for the female.
in the first movie,
always
he was willing to save the world. He gave up.
The fact that you got to give up the world for your woman, boy.
Yeah, he accepted everything.
It's all about Trinity at the end of the day.
What about at the end? What about the last movie when Trinity died? What's y'all excuse after that?
He fused with the machines and brought her back.
And then it became about her. After the
how
film.
she's dead?
What are you talking about? She then became the one at number 4.
All right, I'm talking about in movie 3.
Oh, okay. I'm just.
So you don't want to talk about movie 3?
I said myself, I ain't bringing it up before.
Y'all don't want to talk about movie 3? All right.
Listen.
I said Trinity
died. He still continued on his mission.
Did everybody say they number 1, bro?
You know what I mean?
Everybody said they number 1.
I'm mad. This one had contention with them. I'm like, I expect this from
we
gonna one, and we already got Vegeta, so I don't even know what we're gonna do now.
We gonna wrap it up. I love nobody said Zuko,
and I
appreciate
he deserves it. Honorable mention, Zuko.
Fuck Zuko.
I would have preferred
Blerd Cartel
in this talk.
I mean, I didn't pick Zuko. Obviously, I just give him props.
Oh, give him.
Sanji probably had like more writing because more of his backstory.
All
right. So check us out, Blerd Cartel Roundtable. You know what I'm saying? We back always Wednesdays at 8. We'll hit that chat up and hit the poll up. The poll is overall rule of what we're going to talk about. So I mean, I'm saying we're gonna hop off here tonight.
All right, yo,
Blerd
Cartel. Y'all check out What It Sound Like podcast tomorrow.
Tomorrow at 7.
Yeah, we're gonna finish the first round. Just finishing the first round of Lyricist tournament.
Yeah. Last block.
It's gonna get greasy.
Yeah, we got Mos Def versus Jadakiss. We got Nas versus Kendrick. We got Tierra Whack versus Benny the Butcher, and we got Method Man versus
Redman.
Anyways,
check out all the other shows on there. Don't forget Blerd Crew Entertainment on YouTube. Like, share, subscribing there with notifications, all that good stuff. Check everybody else out on TikTok and on YouTube and on Twitch and all that other good shit. Check us out on Twitter. We got a new Twitter out there, so check it all out. Appreciate y'all. I appreciate everybody coming on. Off this joint.